Hey everybody, Stephen Ho here with the Mister Sauga real estate team, and today we're going to talk about how to identify what kind of market we're in. What happened in the first couple of months during the pandemic obviously was unpredictable and unprecedented. So now that we're kind of getting through it, how can we tell whether we're in a seller's market or a buyer's market? Usually the spring is the busiest time of the year. That's generally from March break to the end of the school year. And then people generally want to enjoy the summer because, let's face it, we only get 2 months of it every single year. So now what happened is, because of the lockdown happened simultaneously from March to the end of June, the spring market has been delayed and pushed back into the summer months. So with that delay, it's probably going to push back into the summer and into the fall months. So it's good to keep an eye on how the market's going. If you're thinking of making a move, here's 5 things you need to watch out for. All right, first things first is inventory. You need to know what the current pace of the market is moving at. This is supply and demand. And if you've been watching our market updates, this is called the months of inventory. If you haven't, go check it out. But the months of inventory, anything between 5 to 6 months is a balanced neutral market. Anything below that, that's trending towards a seller's market. Anything over 6 months, you're trending towards a buyer's market. Now you got to keep in mind that there could be different subsegments of the market that has different paces of movement. So condos right now are moving slower than other properties. Semis, townhomes, detached markets are moving very well right now. The second thing is, you want to know and you want to pay attention to how long homes are staying on the market or how long they're taking to sell. If homes are selling fast, this is probably a seller's market. There's more demand than there is supply. And if you notice that homes are sitting on the market for 60 days or more, then it's probably trending towards a buyer's market, or they're just overpriced. Because ultimately in the GTA, we've always had a supply issue. There's a huge demand for housing and there's not enough homes to go around. The third thing to look for is interest rates. We are in ultra low interest rates territory historically, which means this is very cheap, affordable money that people have access to. So this is going to be supporting a seller's market. So with more affordable money, there's going to be more buyers into the market again. So again, with low supply and more demand, this is going to be trending towards a seller's market. One thing to note is that the pandemic wasn't a financial burden that really slowed down the market. It was really the government told everyone to stay inside. And plus there's a virus going on. Number 4 is the prices. If you're noticing that the prices are increasing, you're probably in a seller's market. And again, if you notice prices are coming down, it's probably a buyer's market. The condo market right now is very interesting. Immigration is one of the biggest factors that's really hurting the condo market right now. As new immigrants come in, they generally rent first, settle down, find a job, find an area, and then they'll probably decide to buy couple years down. Right now, with a pause on immigration, there is no newcomers coming to Canada. So there's not a lot of demand in the rental market or in the purchase, even on entry level. So right now, you can see that Airbnbs have stopped and they're flooding the market with inventory. So it's an interesting play right now in terms of the condo market. There's opportunity here if you want to get in now, before the immigration opens up again and people are back out looking for new housing. I've noticed in the last few months that the housing market has done very well and the condo market has slowed down quite a bit. So the fifth thing is, you want to notice if there are multiple offers happening. Are there any bidding wars happening? Because right now we're seeing in the market, we're seeing 6 to 12 to 15 to 20 offers on houses, and people are parading through the houses because the demand is there and there's not enough supply. So this is all pointing towards we're in a seller's market. And as a buyer, it can be very frustrating. You can check out our other videos on how to navigate through a seller's market if you're a buyer. Overall, if you're thinking of making a move, as a lot of people are, obviously, give us a shout. We're here to chat, help you navigate through a changing market. If you have any questions, we're here to help. And until then, we'll see you next week.